Okay, good afternoon folks, hope everyone is well. So I'm a little bit late, just had a couple of things to do quickly. So, low volume overnight, it's been that case quite a lot lately. So I mean, we've literally just had this, it looks like we've got a leg up, possibly with a second leg up. Now there may be a triple test there, but when we're this close to all-time highs and we've got these, there is a possibility it may push up. Not only that, if this is a bit of a range and we've got to break out the bottom, often we get a break out the top. There's a small one there, but I don't think it's significant enough. So that may push up. We need a lower high really, but I'm still not. I'd like to see that second leg. So we'll see what happens. Got some news coming up. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah? Yeah, look. Is everything working okay? Ah, yeah, okay, gotcha. So, Disco, how you doing, buddy? So I wouldn't want to go short there. You could argue there's a triple test. There may be, but when we got this up here, it looks like we've got two legs down. If you go left as well, we got 1, 2, 3 bounces. We got 1, 2, 3, leg and a leg. That would take us up to all-time highs, so that may push up a little higher. Yeah, we got quite a bit of news coming today. So we got two lots of news at 2:45 UK time. A little bit of Trump speaking as well, and there's a couple of other bits. So there's quite a bit of news today actually. 5:35, Powell speaking. So let's see if this pushes up above this. My guess is it probably will. Now I'm wondering, is there something like that? There could be. It's a bit too early. I just don't like that at the moment, but we'll see how we go. So let's have a look. See if we've got a chart from Daniel yet. Not as yet. Audio is different, is it really? Can you hear me now? Is that any better? I don't know if it's up or down. Can you hear me now? I'm not sure whether you can. You should be able to hear me now. Is that any better? Does that sound any better? Does that sound okay or not? Let me just take it the other way. Okay, that's down, isn't it? Or is that up? What does that sound like? That just seems a bit too high. Until someone says something, I can't confirm nor deny. So it's worse. Let me just see if I can turn that down a bit. Hold on a minute. That's the trouble. When I got new settings, it was better earlier. Poor sound. Is it really? Why have I got audio in capture there? Audio in. Does that sound any better or not? It was okay yesterday. I haven't really changed anything from yesterday. There's an echo. Better, but you can still understand. Is that the higher volume or is that the lower volume? I don't know. I can't really tell what's up or down here. Let's leave it at that and see how we get on. Okay, so if you did take that short there, triggered you, stopped you out, you may have got something out. It's good now, is it? Okay, great. So if you got in there, you'd have got a point, and you probably wouldn't have done actually. I don't know what that is. Okay, got some news coming up. I'm going to have to sort that out as well. I think the sound's gone on it. So if you put that a tick below, we need to make that a bit darker. So that would go one tick below that bar. So you'd have squeezed a point out if you went short at that triple test. You can't really, because at the moment we've got a possible 2 legs up. So news coming up in 2 minutes. Sorry, 5 minutes, my mistake. Let's make this picture a bit brighter. That's a bit better. I need to do something with some sort of lighting. Trouble is, I've got a window behind me, so I've just put a blackout blind in it, and that just... Trouble is, we're taking away the light, but the thing is, when you got the camera pointing at me and the window behind me, every time the light goes, the exposure's constantly changing. So I'm going to have to get a little bit of a light here somewhere. I did get a cheaper one, maybe 7 or 8 months back, but it's just... it's not brilliant, but... Okay, so we do seem to have a bit of a range. We had a break out the bottom. That's why I didn't go short. You know, more often than not, we get the complete opposite the other end. I still didn't want to go short there because we're very close to all-time highs. So you don't know whether we're going to push up a bit. Channel down with a break. If we can test this, this may go down to here. It's hard to say. See, Mac wouldn't pay any attention to yesterday's, so let's just pretend yesterday doesn't exist and see if... So let me just get rid of this. So we do seem to be ranging here. We've had a breakout at the bottom which failed and a breakout at the top. So if we have a break here or a second entry short testing this line, I'd probably expect this to push down. Trouble is, because this news coming up, you don't know whether the market's going a bit sideways. Why does that keep... okay. I need to re-download that. The trouble is, when you take files off another computer, you don't know whether stuff's missing. So it does look like we're coming down the bottom, so we've got a channel break and a new low. So news coming up in 2 minutes. So we want to be flat for this. It's high impact news, and then Trump speaks 5 minutes later. Now I'm guessing that 5 minutes probably going to turn into 50 minutes later. It's usually fashionably late. Is the news high impact? It is, bud, yeah. You can see it on the left. I have 2 lots of news, actually, just as a backup. I have this, which is the eco news, and I have this, which is Jan's app, which gives me that flashing. The sound's gone a bit funny. I've copied it over from... I'm better with hardware than software. So what I did is I just found the files and just saved them over and installed them, but something's missing, so I might just have to re-download that. I'm getting this couple of pop-ups. It's happened again for some reason. We should get another alarm now. We shouldn't get an alarm. Okay, news. Well, news has already happened. So let me just double check. It is 45, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So news really did nothing. You wouldn't really have noticed. So channel break, new low, I'm guessing. I don't know. So we've got Trump coming up, I'm guessing. In fact, he's usually on YouTube, so I'm going to just pop up a channel and see if I can find him, so at least I know when he's talking. You never know with Trump, you never know what you're going to say. Never know what he's going to say, sorry.
Tomorrow and for the next
so I'll just knock that sound off. There's some woman speaking at the moment. Let me just, in fact, what I might do is can I get that to stay on top or not? I can't, can I? That's annoying. Okay, I'll just try and not touch that side. Okay, so Trump's, I'm pretty sure that's it. Let me just double check. Just so it's useful to know when he is speaking, not that we necessarily need to listen to him. Trump speaking live at the US General Assembly. Yeah, let's just put that down there, just so we can keep an eye on it. So, channel break, new low. It's hard to trade this stuff. That's flashing for Trump, that is. What? No, it's not related to the chart, but it can still have an impact depending on what he says. I'm assuming that's what you mean. It's down as medium impact news, but you never know what Trump's going to say. Little Hammer, how you doing, buddy? You never know what he's going to say. So it's always useful just to find out when he's speaking. The volume is off, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is kind of two legs up. There is a second entry short there. Just not a fan of it at the moment. there is a slight possibility that there may end up being a larger channel up. If you think about yesterday, we had that big move up. Kind of looks like a bit of a correction, this, a little bit of sideways. So I won't be surprised if this does move off in that direction. It's another reason not to take a short. Now, it's a bit early to start thinking about that. It may just be ranging, but what I will say is if touch those 2 points, it's actually fitting really nice there. Now, that might just be pot luck, but I think it's always worth looking at it. If you think there may be something, going short into it may be a little bit risky and worth just keeping an eye on. So 2 legs up. There's a second entry short, lower high would sound better. I'm just not sure at the moment. So we've got some other medium impact news at 3 o'clock UK time in about 9 minutes. Now, I've been trading the S&P 500 now for over 4.5 years, and up until about 9 months ago, I never paid any attention to the medium impact news, and then all of a sudden we had a massive move, and ever since then it's a lot more unpredictable. I don't know why that is. Okay, so we're just stacking up now. This is just congestion. There's nothing you can do. There is a second entry short. It may work, but there is a possibility of something working up. We got all-time highs. We're not shy of making all-time highs quite regular. We made new all-time highs yesterday. I've only got 1 day loaded there. 3 days, have I? Let's do 10. Yeah, so we made all-time highs yesterday, all-time highs the day before, all-time highs the day before that, all-time highs, not quite there, but so 1, 2, 3. 3 days in a row we've hit all-time highs, and we're very close to it now, so I can't see it not getting up there. Oh, bollocks. So I'm just going to put that there again. So if you had gone short there, it didn't work unless... So you'd have squeezed a point out that you'd have had to push through that short there. So I think most of us go for 6 points and above, in which case it is a second short, but it wouldn't work. Now it is sideways, and I get why people may have took it, but this to me looks like a bit of a correction, in which case I think there's a good chance we move up. We got a bounce, and a bounce, 3 bounces there. So now how high we get, who knows, but I don't think it'll be long before we clear that area there. That line there is for yesterday's highs, so we're a tick away from it. It's hard to say, this thing. We came down from the top, we only got to the middle. I'd be interested to see how far this gets down. You never know, it may just come straight down to the bottom here. But this is just making me a bit... ISO Can, how you doing, mate? Sorry I didn't see you there. Okay, some more news coming up in 5 minutes. Okay, see if we have any reaction here. Okay, so I'm not the only one that's looking at that as a possibility. Yeah, it's more an area of interest, really. It's a case of is it or isn't it? Not necessarily that it is, but it is funny that we actually stopped there, pushed up, moved on to the new bar, came down there, and both bars are sat right on that line. Now, is that just purely random? Who knows? So, bearish bar, would I go short there? No, because it may trigger and push up. Yeah, it is. It's choppy at the moment. What I say really is when it's like this, unless you can really read it, just stay out of it, because this is, for me, from my point of view, I'd do well when the market was generally moving. What would upset my performance was I would be looking for trades in this. Now, if it's readable, you can trade it. This is not terrible. It is moving up. We got 2 legs up. We got a channel with a break, new low. So, it's generally not the worst. That's a little bit more unreadable. This is it's a little bit readable, but it's so difficult when you're newish to try and stay out. You've got that kind of itchy trigger finger that you want to trade. Because let's face it, when you trade, you're learning whether you're winning or whether you're losing, and the tendency is you're itching to get in. I couldn't stop myself sometimes. I'd be so pleased with myself because I didn't take a trade for 3 or 4 hours, and then my patience would go. In the last couple of minutes, I'd end up taking a loss, and I'd kick myself. I wouldn't take anything now. It's too risky at the moment. We got a bit of news coming up. Trump speaking in a minute. Well, hopefully. So it's hard to say, really. We've got a channel there with a break. Are we going to get a new low? But when it is like this, it is a bit trappy. Okay, so 2 minutes. See, we've got a touch. So you don't know how much this play. I mean, if you were trading the hourly or the 30 minutes, you wouldn't just be looking at the daily. You'd be looking at the previous day and the day before that. We've had a bounce. Channel a leg, clear out some of this area, and then it may take off. Oh, it's hard to say, really, isn't it? There could be something larger there. That doesn't look terrible. It is kind of working between that area, isn't it, at the moment? But that to me is 1, 2, 3. So I think we've had a fair amount of attempts to push down, not today, over the latter part of yesterday, but we may come and have another go before this thing pushes up, because it just seems to keep wanting to go up at the moment. But Mac doesn't pay attention. Now, if you're scalping a point, it doesn't really matter what happened yesterday, I suppose, if you're good enough at reading the charts. But as you know, I go for 3 points, so I like to have a little bit of... I think it's worth just being aware of what it did, because if there is a big channel up that's respected 4 or 5 times and you're going short into it, might not be the wisest move. So I think it's okay to at least look. It's not going to do you any harm. See, if I look at that there, we've got a touch there. And you can see it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches right along that line. And the bottom's working pretty neatly as well. In fact, I can go across a little bit more. You know what I mean? So we've got 2 touches there. We've got a touch there. a touch there. So it is looking kind of neat there, and we've come off the top, so I think there's probably a good chance this comes down, which might mean that that's irrelevant. I think it probably is now. Excuse me. Okay, so medium impact news. Richmond Manufacturer Index did nothing. So we've got Powell speaking later on, Trump speaking shortly. So I think we're good to go at the moment. I managed to get Max part 2 down as well, so I've got this and that. Sorry, that's what I wanted. The tick counter. Okay, leg and a leg. See what happens here. I wouldn't take anything here, to be honest with you. It would have to be down here. Maybe a higher low. We have cleared out any possible liquidity here. Trouble is, with 3 bounces down here, who knows? So 2 legs down, it did work. High-low may have interested me, but not just that because of this, but it did work. Speedy, how you doing, pal? I hope it's not going to do this all day. It's going to be boring. Like it. You like that? Good boy. I don't know what to do here. Let me just get rid of this. It's confusing me. Okay, so Dan's got his. Oh, pretty much like that. Down a touch. So there. Oh, okay, that's near enough. Got a channel down there. Yeah, okay. So that's more or less how I had it within reason. Trouble is, every time we get up here, I'm nervous about taking a shot because you don't know whether that's going to be the move that breaks these highs. But if we have a channel break and a new high, and we had a bearish bar, you wouldn't think it would be a bad trade. where's Trump? Okay, Trump's speaking now. Now things get scary. One, two, three. Bearish bar here will be a triple test. Channel break new high.
Order submitted.
If this finishes bearish, I think I'd have a go at this. I just don't want it to be that big. Oh Christ, on a bike.
Order cancelled. Order filled.
I'm on the left side here. It is a triple test, second entry short. I just don't know how far down this thing is going to come. I may just go for 2 points here. But it's not a huge risk actually. Yeah, I've gone on the left side. I think it's probably a little bit less of a risk than that big bar there. I don't like the way it's bouncing off that thing though. I don't like the fact that it's done that. See if we get a lower high here. I might just get out of here. I don't like that pullback.
Target filled.
Okay, I'm out for a tick. What the hell? Why? Oh, you muppet. I've taken it on a sim. You prat. Oh, you plonker. I took it on a sim. Okay. Oh, well. It is what it is. I took it on the left side. I haven't changed that over, you muppet. Oh, well, see if we get a lower high here. I didn't like it anyway, so... made me check my screen, did it? Yeah, I took it on a sim. You brat. Well. It's not pushed down like I'd like. It has triggered. I mean, it's a second entry short. It's a nice big bar off the top. I can't see it being a problem. And it hasn't pushed down as much as I'd expected. Strange. Strange. is working, I think. Yeah, there's a few in it. Oh well.
Order submitted.
Okay. I'm a couple of ticks below there. Let's just take it out there. I think it's a good trade. It's not come down as much as I'd thought, though. I got in again on it. It's starting to stack up a bit now. Why hasn't it come? I think it probably will come down. Let's just leave the damn thing. Mind you, it's quite a big risk. I'm just not a fan of it. Let's get out. It's probably going to come down.
Order filled.
Okay, we're out. This time we are out for a tick. One still.
Order filled.
One was left. Did it make a difference? No, it didn't. Why have we still got an order there? It does that sometimes. Let me just check. Everything is out.
Order filled.
Let me just restart this quickly. I jumped in again. I just thought it's looking like it's going to push down, but it's stacking sideways now. It may go down. I don't know. Trump's still speaking. I just don't like the way it's starting to stack. I mean, it's a strong position. I think it is a triple test. Sometimes it just takes time. But how bearish it was, it just didn't come down very strong, and that's what made me a bit nervous. Yeah. You never know what he's going to say, do you? You just don't. If he gives something slightly negative, it may just jump up. I mean, it does look like it's working. Sometimes I think you're just better off to get into these trades and just leave it. But it started to go, well, first and foremost, I got in on a sim by accident, and then I thought, I actually like it. It's starting to go a bit sideways. I think it's probably going to come down, but I just decided to get out of it. Yeah. He makes me nervous when he talks. I mean, how far did it come down? So, you'd have got 2 points off it. The trouble is, I think the key is really to trust your trade. I mean, we've got a channel with a break and a new high. Big bearish bar off the top. It is a triple test. Dan said, personally, I didn't like it. Strange. I thought it was a big bearish bar right off the top. Channel break, new high. Yeah, I mean, I can't see a problem with it, really. Trouble is, when I got knocked off game a bit when I took it on the left chart with a sim. I hadn't changed it over. Then I got in again. I just didn't want to miss out. It started going a bit sideways. The trouble is, it just threw me off my game a little bit. And Trump as well. He just makes me nervous when he talks. You never quite know what he's going to say. Yeah, I mean, it's 2 clear legs up, and it's a triple test. There's no argument. Clearly ranging, isn't it? I just don't like when it's doing that, though. Yeah. I actually took it initially on here. It was a bit smaller. And then I realised I'd taken it on a bloody... on a sim. It would have worked. Perhaps I should have just left it. Sometimes they do go sideways, but I thought it was that a good setup. I didn't expect that. And that's kind of what put me off. I do need to start just leaving me trades. Well, no, actually, it would have to get down to there. Probably a bit lower, actually. Mind you, I took it on the other. I took it on this, which was a bit higher. So I would have been out. I think, well, unfortunately, I took it on a... It is working down. I got to say, every time I get out of a trade, I'd say 8 times out of 10, they go on to win. So perhaps I think I need to just take a trade that I like and just let it run and just leave it at that. But I'm on kind of a nice winning streak at the moment, so it's just one of them things, isn't it? I think I just need to trust it. The trouble is, when it starts to go sideways, and sometimes it does, we've come off the top there, it went sideways, and then it went straight down for a second leg. So it seems to find some congestion. And it worries me then if Trump says something while it's in the middle that it shoots up in a direction. Perhaps I should have just waited. If I'm not comfortable trading when he's speaking, perhaps I should have just left it. Yeah, I think Mackle Market, channel break, new high, big bearish bar right off the top, triple test. You can't argue it's a triple test. You can't argue it's 2 legs up. Mackle Mark that 100%. Let's have a look, see how everybody else is doing. See Tom Hugard's trading at the moment. He's usually done by now. He trades, I think he trades earlier on, I think from 8:39 in the morning. How long has it been going for? Doesn't say, does it? Oh, 61 minutes. What's he trading today? Wall Street. Oh, he is trading some US stuff. Well, it's a tough one, really, isn't it? Because I think he goes for a point. So if he gets in there, maybe to yeah, it's a tough one. I think he will because it's a range, and I think he'll think it's a strong. Trouble is, sometimes he surprises you. Yeah, I mean, look, it's worked. The trouble is, my experience is when you get a when you get a strong setup, it usually works and quick. And straight away it came back, and you took some heat, quite a bit of heat, and that makes me a bit nervous. So when Trump's speaking, that took a lot of heat. There's a few, and then I got thrown by the short I took there, which turned into be a sim. So I got thrown a bit. So It's just one of those things, and sometimes if something unsettles you, it's one of those things. I'd love to be one of those traders where I could just drop my order in here, put me profit down here, put me stop up here, and walk away. Yeah, it was there. It was a bit smaller on here, which is kind of why I liked it. So here, I think it was a 2-point risk total, I think, wasn't it? It was a lot smaller. Okay, so tick below, tick above. So yeah, it was about 2 1/4 points, so it's quite a bit smaller there. So it's the same, but it just closed a bit earlier. So that's why I took it on that side. But then obviously I made the complete balls up of not switching over my. Let me just check everything's working as it should do.
Order submitted.
Yeah, it is. 10 of them's working.
Order cancelled.
Cock up. Trouble is, when you see such a strong bar like that with 2 clear legs up, triple test, it triggers you, starts to work back straight away. It unnerves you, and then I find sometimes as soon as you start to get into profit or into the green, you're trying to get out. Certainly, that's where I am now. I'm building my accounts up and they're coming up nice, and I'm not far away from getting a bit of a payout. Now, if I had $10,000 in each account, you can relax a little bit, but while you're trying to build, you're kind of on the edge of your seat a little bit more than you probably would do, but it's just kind of the way life is, isn't it? So, bullish bar off the bottom. High or low, I think, is the safer bet. Trouble is, this to me looks more like a leg down. I can't really see a break there, so that makes me nervous that it may come further down. You can see that one, 2 legs down, 2 legs up, 2 legs down, 2 legs up. This one to me looks straight down. It might not be. You may adjust it. You may say there's a bit of an overshoot. It's a tough one really, because if you think about where it touches there and there, that looks okay, and it fits along there nice right to the top. So at some point it's going to break out of here. Now this may be the one. It's hard to say. The trouble is, if you look at this, every time we're at the bottom, it's happening. We're down here, we're up here, we're down here, we're down here, we're down here. It's in a different place. It's a little bit easier at the top. It's not so bad. But it's kind of hard to trade here when we are hitting different levels all the time. You never quite know which one. Got stuff for 3 or 4 bars here. See, looking at this now, there is a possibility we could have a couple of attempts and come down a bit and maybe clear this area out. It's hard to say. Trump's still speaking, I think, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, you could. There may be a break and 2 pushes down. It's hard to say at the moment. Okay, so there's a Max chart there. Now, how does it differ from mine? He's got his down here. down there. Okay, that's okay. Where's he got his top? See, he's got these two tops here fitting at the same place. Mine doesn't. So I might just put that there. It touches there anyway, so that looks okay. So he's got this down. There may be a small break there. I've got it as we've more or less got it as the same, that bit there. There's a small break there, and then kind of you got two pushes down. Trouble is, if you think this is the lows of the range, or this is where buyers are coming in to push it to the top, it's hard to say. It's just fitting different every time, isn't it? That frustrates me, that does sometimes. Give over. Let's have a look what Mr. Wade's got. So Thomas Wade, he kind of had the same as me. Matt's got it down there. I don't know. I think I'm inclined to have it how I had it, which is the way Thomas Wade's got it. Because if you look where it's bouncing, yeah, I'm going to put it back where it was just for now. For God's sake, this is annoying me. Does anybody know why this does this? Look at this. That's annoying, that is. I'm going to have to do something about that. It's going to get me into trouble. I'm putting it up to the top, and it keeps doing that stupid thing. So channel break, is this coming down? It could well do. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put that there for now. There, I think. Oh, shit on a bike. Because it's bouncing there, small break out there. It's hard to say. In fact, I'll tell you what. Let's put the range up to where I had it, which is about there. And I'll put this down here as well, so there's kind of two possible bottoms. It's normal in Windows. I'm going to say I never had that Windows 10. But when I grab something and I go to put it up the top like that, the top of the thing, this is popping up, which is a pain. I don't want it. Because at the top I've got my stream up there, YouTube stream, and I've got my Replicanto and my bits and pieces there. So this, I'm bringing it down to show you guys, and then putting it at the top like that, above, and it's doing this stupid thing. So it's a frigging ball ache. Okay, so I'm guessing this is probably better. So channel with a break and a new low. Now I couldn't really see anything definitive of a break there, which may mean we do the break and a new low. So whether we break this area or not, who knows. I am going to move that across because we've got some support there. So okay, this is just frustrating me at the moment. I'll tell you what I'm going to do while I'm like this. I'm not really frustrated. It's just I hate it when it's just a bit finicky. So I haven't had my daily dose of caffeine today. So I'm just going to put this on. Where's my? Bear me a second. Okay. It's alright, I had this missing from my chart. You can see that, yeah. Should pop up in a minute. Okay. So, hold on a minute. Let me just sit tight just a sec. Trouble is, if we get a leg and a leg, it's hard to know. See if I'm just going to leave this a minute. See if we get a higher low here. Yeah, I've got a triple test there. Channel break, new low. It is a triple test. I think the higher lows are better. Trouble is, if you get two legs, it could come a bit lower. The higher low is a better way up to that, back to that EMA. Trouble is, channel break, 1, 2 pushes to a new low. Yeah, it was safer to just wait here. That's the lowest. That's the overnight lows there, so it may drop below there. So if you'd have took that one, triggered you, came straight down, stopped you out. I just don't bother with them anymore. I either look for two legs down after the break, especially if there's liquidity down here. Let's have a look at bookmap. I bet there's liquidity down around about the 44. Let's have a look. So where's that? Where's the low of the day? It's about 44, isn't there? So there is buy orders at 44. It doesn't mean they'll get down there, but as they're down there, I would probably wait unless we get a higher low. If we get a higher low, then I think there's a good chance we get back to that EMA. But while there's buy orders down there, it's hard to say. 43, 3/4, 44, which is just below the overnight lows. So while it's doing that, I'd rather just ease off. If you look on this side now, there's a bullish bar there which is triggered now. What's that going to do? If you wait for the higher low, you've got more chance of it working. Excuse me. Martin, how you doing, my friend? Settings, system, multitasking, snap window, uncheck, show snap layouts, and I drag the window to the top. Someone's asked you something up there, I think. Not sure if you're answering me there. It has pushed up. Safer to take the higher low, to be honest with you. You never know. That one, see, didn't look too bad. Triggered, came down, stopped out. So the second one, especially as there's liquidity down here, I didn't really want to just jump in. Doesn't look like it's pushing up though. Trouble is, when you've got to make a quick decision, and if you're not sure, the safest is to wait. As that one triggered and stopped out, there's no reason to expect that one wouldn't do the same, especially when there's liquidity down here, the lows of the day. So I would always be a little bit cautious until we've broken that. Excuse me. Got this move up and 2 attempts to go lower there. That is a penguin style trade, I think. Move up, 2 attempts to go lower. I wouldn't take a higher low here, that's a bit too steep for me. I would prefer something like that. That is a bit steep. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry, Martin. Are you talking about the? Are you talking about this thing? Are you? I think you must be. Sorry, mate. I was trying to work out what you're on about then. Settings, system, multitasking, snap windows. Ah, okay. Ah, I was trying to wrap my brains. I'm thinking, I even flicked onto this Discord where the what's it? I'm thinking, have you thought you're typing something on there? Yeah, it is a pain in the arse, isn't it? It's probably got its uses, but not for me. So let me have a look. I got my mic in the way. Settings. Where's the settings? So settings, move. So settings, system, multitasking. Where are you? Multitasking. Snap windows. Check the options, show map layout, and then drag. Show snap layouts. When I drag. Okay, so that should work, shouldn't it? Let's see if that works. Something similar. Okay, I know what it is. If I just snap windows. If I just shut it off, it should work, shouldn't it? There we go. Sorted. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't do. I did the individual. I just snapped the whole thing off. That's better. Well done, Martin. Thank you, mate. Excellent. That's better. Save stuff going wrong there. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show people if anybody's got that. So, settings. Let's do it down here. So, settings, system, multitasking. Yeah, snap windows. So I suppose you can individually do stuff like that, but I just deselected it like that. Sorted. Perfect. Excellent. I'm going to say it's. I can't quite see why there's uses for that, but thank you, Martin. So channel break, 2 pushes to a new low. We got a little double bottom there. Would you take a long off here? It's hard to say. Trouble is, we're still not quite down there to that liquidity. That is a doji. Now, it's a relatively bearish doji, but it's just... There's a tendency to want to take it, but to be honest with you, the bar isn't fantastic. There is a double bottom, so it may well go up. There's always the possibility that we could have, something like a spiking channel. It's hard to say. In which case, it may trigger you, touch this line and come down. So, just for the moment, I'm going to do nothing, which is always the best option. The good thing about doing nothing is you've got guarantees. No other time in trading have you got a guarantee. But if you do nothing, you're guaranteed not to lose a penny. So that has triggered, but we could get a second entry short there. There may be a spike and channel. It's hard to say. It's not easy. So let's see how we get on. So I'm just going to take a quick 5 minutes, make a cup of coffee. Neo, how you doing, buddy? So let me just put that on there. It's not the easiest of days today. I'm doing really well at the moment, so I don't want to rush it. And I'm finding I seem to have found a nice balance of taking trades, waiting for good setups, and I'm doing really well at the moment. Everyone's chart looked different. I reloaded my data. I did reload mine. Have you reset? Let me have a go again. So let's see if it looks different. The left one will look different because I've got the end of day bar deselected, so the left side will look different. I don't think it looks any different. I'll let you have a look anyway. So I'm just going to take a quick few minutes, make a coffee, and I'll be back. Okay. What have I missed? Not a lot really. So leg, maybe a triple test here, it's hard to say. I still haven't broken the low there, have we? Let me just move that up so I can see it. So it could be 2 bounces on maybe a retest. I'm not comfortable until it's broken the overnight lows because it's got quite close. Can't see where that top is. There, okay, so we've got a leg down and a leg down. You may argue it's there. I don't think it matters too much. Let's put it there anyway. We've broken the overnight lows, so you may argue leg and a leg. So we've had a fair push up and this looks like a leg and a leg, so we could potentially move up now. It's kind of very much like a penguin style trade, that. I mean, it's quite a significant move, but we got a channel with a break, 2 pushes to a new low, a retest, break of the overnight lows. Let's see if we get a strong move up now. Channel break, new low. Let's see if we get a strong move up. Let me have a look at bookmap, see if what I'm seeing. Strange this. There's big sell orders, really large sell orders around the 48-49 area, around about here, which is really interesting. In fact, there's some earlier, you can see them there, really large orders there. 48's the biggest, which is there, so maybe this thing goes up and then comes down, so there's always a possibility could end up doing something like that. Push up, retest this area, push down, leg and leg down. It's hard to say really. We've had 2 legs down, we've had a measured leg right to the tick. Trouble is with those orders sat there, those short orders sat there, there may be traders thinking this, get in here, this is going to push down. It's hard to say really, I don't know. Here's the answer. Hello. Come on, come on, up. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Very nice. Good lad. Good boy. Okay. Wouldn't want to go short there. So we have broken the overnight lows. Would I want to go long here? Not really at the moment. It's a bit unclear. We could have two legs back. It may push up, but it may continue to come down. It's just not clear at the moment. You're long, are you? I'm just not sure at the moment. We've had this. It's just so hard to read today. We've pushed off. We've bounced twice off the bottom, and we could only manage to get up to the midline. That tells me it's struggling to get up. And what I find sometimes, if it's struggling to get up, my gut feeling is probably going to go in the other direction. And when you get bars like this, sometimes my bars look strange, do they? Sometimes they get triggered and stopped out. Because we're clearly, for me, we've had a bounce there, a bounce and a bounce, and we've struggled to get above that midline, so that just makes me a bit nervous. Does anybody else's bars look different than mine? I'm still on 2000 tick chart. I'm not too sure why. Yours are the same. Might be yours, bud. Just have a double check of them. Just reload. Check you're on 2000. Check you're on the December's con. Yeah, I mean you should anyway. There's probably not much volume left on the October's one or September's, whatever it is. How you doing, mate? Bearing in mind these bars are going to look different because I got break at end of day. This is the main chart. They're going to look different because I got break of end of break of end of day deselected. So those are going to look slightly different. So we've got a channel with a break. 2 pushes to a new low. You got your 2 points. Good on you, mate. Good on you. This is Thomas Wade's chart at the moment. He's basically got it. It's the same as me, actually. Slightly different. And the top is... Oh, why is that pushed up? Let's put that there. How far is it going to go? Tough one, isn't it? So he's got that there. Look at that. 2 attempts to push higher. Very much a fact. Let's have a look. See if anybody's marked. There's not many people marked this today for some reason. That was yesterday. How many people are in today? There's a fair few people in. There's not many. Have I got the right trade discussion? What's this? So channel breaking new high. It's hard to say at the moment what I think's going on. Marco took that long. There was a few, I think. Someone's waiting for a higher low. So a little hammer, you took it, and Marco took it as well. Let's have a look on Thomas Wade's. Runner's gone. I find it hard enough to sit through the first part of the trade, let alone having a runner. I'm too much of a coward for a runner. I am. Mind you, I only trade 1 to 2 contracts anyway, so trading with the amount of risk that I want, I'd have to go on to micros really, but I like to just get in and out. I find it hard enough when I'm in a trade, let alone having a second part to it. As I say, if you've got a nice chunk of cash sat in an account, and you're only risking a couple of %, then you don't mind holding on or having a go. But I'm just getting close. I'm not far off payout. I'm a few 3, 4, 5 weeks off a nice payout. So I'm just playing the game like a real coward at the moment. Hard to get runners. Yeah, the trouble is when it's like this, the market constantly overlaps itself. If you get good setups, I mean, that one there did turn out good because it pushed down strong. So the trouble is that's another thing why I think 1 point is risky. Not so much risky. If let's say for instance Mac took that, so he's out there, okay? He's out. So there he's out, okay? So what happens? It comes straight back up, across up a bit, takes his stop out. Whereas if you went for, let's say, even 2 points, 2 points, you would be out there. Now, not only have you doubled your money, it's not come back and get your runner. So you've now got a runner. That's the beauty about going for more points. 1 point, as you know, 1 point's known that scalpers take 1 point, and the market often comes back and gets them. Whereas if you go for 2 points, often it'll come down, pull back a bit, and then move again. So you've got more chance of getting your runner. So not only are you making at least 100% more profit on your main trade, I'm amazed Mac's never gone for more. He must look at these charts and look at the trade and realise how much he's potentially left on the table. So imagine the first trade, then it's the top, triple test, second entry, short, okay, 1 point. Yeah, it's not easy trading, is it? The mental game of it. I mean, it's pretty hard going this morning, isn't it? But what I will say is it's very clear that, isn't it? Now, when you get in it and it starts to go sideways, and you start to get a bit of heat, that's where it takes that little bit of courage and that little bit of nerve to just believe in your trade. I mean, I got out of it, and I mean, look at the potential. If you got confidence, you could have rode that right down to the top. Look at that. There's comfortably 7.5 points there. It came back 6.25, so it came back 4.25 points. You may not want to sit through that, but I think if you're going to take this, then maybe you do something like that. You may run this down like that. Who knows? But it's one of those things, isn't it? If you've got a nice healthy bank balance, you don't mind holding on. You've got the confidence to. But if you're kind of building your account up and it's not fantastic, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Because I've done things the stupid way and tried to rush. I've ended up losing account after account after account instead of just taking my time and just letting it build naturally. I'd have been well in the money by now, but it's just kind of what we do, isn't it? It's certainly what I do. It took me 4.5+ years to realise. But some people just take a little bit longer. I don't know. I mean, we all have a certain personality, and some people pick it up quicker. Some people take a bit longer. Some people just, I don't know. I'm waffling now. And not only that, the trouble is, it's okay saying there's a nice setup there, but when you've been looking at that all day, or however long you've been looking at it, it's hard to trust this. So when you see a trade, sometimes you get into a trade, and then you sit back and you start to think, is this too choppy? Should I be in? Is it as good as I think? you kind of question it when it's going like that. If the market's working really nice, but what I'm looking at the moment is 2 legs down, and if you look where that measured leg as, we've pushed down and then immediately pulled back in. So, you know, from just looking at this as a bigger over, in fact, I bet if I flicked onto the 10,000 tick chart, this would, have I got the 10,000 tick chart? Haven't I? I don't know why I did that. Let's just configure this a minute. 10, so let's configure that. Let's put the 10,000 tick chart. I bet is that 10,000 or 100,000? It's 100,000, you muppet. Let's try again. What are you doing, Lancy? That's better. Okay, let's have a look at the 10,000. This look a bit better, I think. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So we've got this big move up and we've got 2 clear attempts to push down. We're struggling to get below here. So I think this is very much, if I take that away, you better see a bit clearer. But look, so we got a leg down and a leg down, and look where that's bouncing there. 2 clear attempts to come down, and if you look at the overall, we've actually had 3, 1, 2, 3 bounces, 2 legs down after a big move up. So I think there's a good chance this thing is going to continue on up. Now, it's okay, it's all good and well having that, but if you haven't got the balls to stay in a trade like I haven't and kind of ride it up, you've just got to kind of do what you do. But what I will say, looking at a 10,000 tick chart, we've got a little channel down like that, a break and a new low. We've clearly got 2 legs down, but it needs to get above the EMA really to trade that. But you can see what I'm looking at, can't you? Move up, 2 attempts. You know, penguin style trade, that's all it is really, 2 even pullbacks followed by a strong move up, where buyers are likely to. So if I look at Bookmap, what am I looking here at the moment? This is what's making me nervous. A big bunch of sell-offs around the 48. It's around about here at the EMA. But then you've got big orders up here. You can see them. 755, which is right towards the top. So it's not a magic bullet Bookmap really. But I use it mainly where to stay out of trades rather than to take advantage of maybe a bigger move. So you'd be looking for a bullish bar here. It's very tempted to take that. It's actually gone on a bit too quick already. It's actually a failure.
Order submitted.
It's too late now.
Order cancelled.
Am I thinking clearly here? We've got to break the push up. 2 more attempts to go down, and trouble is it's stacking up a bit. Push up, 2 attempts to push, and then up some more. So those big orders, they're between 7 and 9, and we're nearly there. Hold on a minute. Ah, you idiot. They're gone. They got yanked. I'd stopped it for some reason. You idiot. think there's anything larger. There could be. It's not super clear, is it? Oh, shh. Leave it. Stay where I put you, you damn thing. One, two, three, possible triple test. It's hard to trade this really. We may get a leg down plus another leg down. Could get something like that. It's hard to say. It's not easy today. But we are bouncing off support, so it's... You've got to wait for a higher low though, really, above that EMA, I think. It's so tempting to do something like that. Trouble is, it may trap you and come down for that second leg, so the safer option, really, is the higher low, really. It's getting bearish, it could be. See, it could be a break, 2 attempts to push higher, and now the thing's coming down. I don't know. We are kind of bouncing, but it does kind of look like it could come down. sometimes we just have days like this. It just doesn't really make sense. I'm just going to do that for now, just as a possibility rather than a defo. Yeah, looking at bookmap, wrong one. Looking at bookmap, there are orders down here, 40, 41, 42, 43. So right down here, so we could have a few attempts to push up and then it may drop. There are larger orders down here, so I think the thing's got more, it's more likely. There's a big dark area there, so there's not many orders floating in that area there. Yesterday was great. Can't even remember what happened yesterday. I didn't take anything, and I think for the first time I didn't see Marco. From a Pat's point of view, I couldn't really see anything, and that's the first time I've seen Marco not mark a trade for a long time. Breaking news. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's Marco's chart from yesterday. Not a single trade. This is unusual for him. He actually marks trades that he sees after the fact as well as trades that he may take, but he didn't mark a single thing. I didn't think Mac marked many either, really. I think he only marked about three high probability setups, I think. Let me just have a look. So from a Pat's point of view, it wasn't a fantastic day yesterday. Yeah, so that's Mac's chart. So he marked 1, 2, 3 high probability trades. That's all. I mean, that one was super early anyway, so you may have even missed that. That one, I don't know what he's doing trading that, to be honest with you. Yeah, 2 legs, but it's choppy around here, and there's no room to the ice. I'm surprised he's even marked that one. It's clearly congested. And that one, 2 legs down, below liquidity there, maybe. I don't know, but he didn't mark many. But I'm really surprised. It's clearly chopping sideways and it's congested there. So I'm surprised. I bet he didn't take it. Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, it does make you wonder whether he just has enough at the end of the day and he just decides to go mad with his arrows. So it may be that, but yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything yesterday. Mind you, I mean, obviously a lot. You know, I tend to trade an hour before the stream, and I tend to do around about 3 hours on the stream, something like that. I think 4 hours is enough for me. Love you too, bud. I think 4 hours is enough for me. Yeah, it is. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, you're going to go batshit crazy otherwise, sitting in a room by yourself if you don't laugh at something. I don't take much stuff seriously. All I do is take the piss out of people for you know, my mates and stuff. When we get out, we just take the piss out of each other, just have a bit of a laugh. You know what I mean? There's too many serious people out there. All I do is mess around at home. I'm a bit of a joker. I don't take much seriously. You can say anything about me or anything, me family. I don't get offended. It's only words, isn't it? But yeah, I just, you know, I'm always having a mess around. Life's too serious as it is. Yeah, it's all I ever do is mess around. I do, and annoy people. There's enough serious people out there, isn't there? But yeah, Max. Well, Max Mac, isn't he? Max. Have you never been to? I've never been to the US, to be honest with you. I always wanted to go as a kid, but I just not really thought much about it. Really. Obviously, it's a little bit more of a trek, isn't it? If we go abroad, we tend to go around kind of Europe. Yeah, the last holiday I went on was Ibiza. It's about 3.5, 4 hours. Before that was Rhodes in Greece, Turkey, places like that. Mallorca, 2 hours on a flight so it's ideal. Europe really. Did Egypt and stuff as well, but it's nice, England. It's quiet compared to other parts of the world. But if you like your history and stuff, we've got a lot of history. It's kind of staring you in the face everywhere you go. I mean, the town I live in is stunning. I'll show you some. Have a look. So this is where I live here. This is so. So let me have a look. So, I mean, there's so many of these old black and white buildings. That's the little square. They have that all decorated, and there's a little restaurant back here, and we sit in the restaurant. They do Christmas carols in there, and it's a beautiful town. You've got they used to hang people there years ago. Not so much now, though. So there's just loads of these old Tudor buildings. Let's move this over a bit. But you've got yeah, there's loads of those. We've got an 800-year-old castle there. So the one side of the road, we've got the castle there. Where's the main road? So on the other side of the road, we've got Darwin School, the school where Charles Darwin went. Oh, it's absolutely, yeah. So yeah, that's our library. So one side of the road, just trying to find the road. You can't see the road, but we've got kind of but yeah, if you go up to the top room there, it's where Charles Darwin went to school, and along that classroom there, there's old oak benches, and there's names and dates scribbled in there going back 300-400 years. It's stunning. So this side, if you kind of look, there's the road there. We got the castle one side, and then what's now our library, the other side. But that's the library, isn't it? I'm just trying to think. Charles Darwin's room. Yeah. So there's the road there. So this side we've got the castle. This side we've got the library, but that top level there was where Charles Darwin went to school. So we got a load of history. You can see there he is there. That's not the real him. He's long gone. But yeah, it's if you go up there, the history is just amazing there. It's a beautiful town. It's very quiet. Not much goes on. But yeah, it is stunning. It's a lovely little town to live. Yeah. He's dead. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I heard it on the news or something. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He's long gone, isn't he? He's long gone. So leg and a leg. This does look like it's coming down. But yeah, we got great history. We got kind of a relatively famous school here where a lot of, I know people like Gary Barlow. He had a house here for a while. His son went to school in Shrewsbury, just called the Shrewsbury School. It's kind of a well-known school. So yeah, that's it. The trouble is, you kind of forget your own place where you live, really, don't you? You kind of take things for granted, don't you? When I used to walk to work, I used to walk past that road there, Castle one side, library, stroke Charles Darwin's school on the left, and you don't even open your eyes, do you? You don't even lift your head up. But we got some beautiful old pubs as well. Got some stunning old pubs. That's kind of a one there. You go in there and there's old black and white buildings. That's it there. It's stunning in there. All the old oak beams and all that. Beautiful little bar. There's loads of them. It is stunning. Yeah, if you ever sort of get over to the UK, places like this, places like Chester, places like York, but there's loads of beautiful old buildings. If you like that sort of stuff, I didn't used to. It used to bore the shit out of me, but as you get a bit older, you kind of appreciate it a bit more, don't you? But yeah, I won't bore you anymore. So, we do look like we've got a channel coming down here. Touch, 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 touch. We've had a little bounce there. Measured move. It's not an easy day today. We're kind of ranging and then we kind of dropped out to Gary Barlow. Yeah. They've had like a rowing team here. On the River Severn for the last 350. In fact, I don't know how long the Shrewsbury School's been there for, but okay, there we go. Shrewsbury School in England. It was founded in 1552 by Edward VI. So, yeah. So it's been there since 50. It's been there, what, 500 years? Something like that. Something ridiculous. It's crazy, really, isn't it? History.
With Google Workspace, Drive lets you easily search your files, making videos, PDFs, and over 100 other file types accessible from wherever you are. That's secure storage made easy with Google Workspace.
He went to the
You
same
can't beat
school
going to
as
watch
me.
someone live. It is one of those
like your football,
experiences
Joe
that
Hart,
you
who
can
was
make
the
an
England
event of it. You
goalkeeper.
can go for a weekend to
Yeah. Nothing too exciting. Okay, this is looking kind of nice, actually. Touch, fitting lovely down the bottom, so I'd say there's a good chance. So it's going to be one of those days today, I think. Yeah, everyone's looking at this now. So there is a higher low there, but the thing's coming down at the moment, I think. I mean, it could be ranging, it could be a break out the range, but to me, that looks more like a channel. So that would be counter trend trading. Certainly at the moment. It's going to be one of those days today, I can see it. Oh, incidentally, the I'm going to pick up one later. The 80% off Apex finishes tonight. So my code's ukft. If you have used it or you ever have used it, it's appreciated. So I'm going to pick one up. Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. I'm quite good with coffee. In fact, I've cut down a lot, I have. We bought one of those espresso machines. Well, I think they call them Sage over here. I think they're Barista over in the UK. One of those Barista Pros, where it grinds the beans as well. Can't drink that instant stuff. So, are we going to get 2 legs up here? See if we get something like that. It's just, yeah, I don't have many, to be fair. I just usually have one a day normally. Sometimes I'll have one streaming, but I've been yawning like crazy lately. I'm supposed to cut down this. I've got this gallbladder surgery on Monday. I'm having that removed. I'm supposed to cut down on coffee. It can irritate it somehow, apparently. I don't know how. So leg and a leg, are we going to get a move up? I can't see this pushing back in to this range. I think we've had this move up with a break, and looks like we've had a bunch of attempts to go higher, and same there, and then this thing's just dropped. We bounced around here for a while, and then it just dropped out. So yeah, I suppose you'd naturally think this is I don't know what that line is. Previous lows, highs, sorry. You'd think naturally it would come down to kind of this area, wouldn't you? But it may come up, it may push up and test this area. It's hard to say at the moment. I know it's just slow and a bit boring and not super clear. Excuse me a sec. So Dan's got that. I don't quite know why he's got that and not that. It kind of works both ways. He's got that there. I know, I'll tell a lie, he's got that like that. getting a bit of reaction here. That's probably why. Got a little two-legged correction there, so we may get a break there. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be a second. This is slow going. It's very little volume, I mean, considering that's all we've had so far. It's very little today. Now we have got Powell speaking in about 35 minutes. So whether people are kind of holding on for that. God, this is so slow. Okay, I think I'm going to knock it on the head. It's just been a really slow day. I might pop back for an hour later, but I've done about 3.5 hours total. So I'll leave you guys to it. So best of luck. I hope you get a setup. Failing that, we'll catch up tomorrow. So have a great evening. Stay safe. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Bye for now.